Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2020 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new readings, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification. Now, before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body, feeling it rise away from you like storm clouds, leaving as you become centered and at peace with yourself. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Gemini, money and career. August 2020. 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 Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. One bonus card. Fantastic. Just move back my camera just a bit for you guys. Alright. Just give me one moment here. Alright. Now before we dive in here, let's see what your chakras have to say. Gemini, August 2020 money and career. Gemini, August 2020 money and career. Gemini, August 2020 money and career. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, wow. Okay. That's intense. 6. So starting off with truth, this is the throat chakra. Really moving forward in your truth, speaking your truth, being a part of your truth helps yourself move forward, helps you move forward in your career, in the finances, the way that you want them. It's kind of like what Spirit is showing me here is that if you do not have the balance of speaking your truth within your life, there's going to be a blockage between you and the prosperity that manifests before you. And then we have Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet. This is your connection with the earth, with power, with sensuality, and this is really embracing your rooted self and the power of that rooted self. Then we have angels and masters. This is angels and divinity. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. Your angels are encompassing you. Your angels are moving forward with you. And this is really saying here, as you are rooted, you are also going to be inspired. Make sure you listen to your angels and your spirit guides. That's why truth is going to be so important to you during this time, because it's that moving forward in the truth of your abundance, in the truth of yourself. Your heart chakra here says play. You know, make sure you have time for laughter. Make sure that you embrace joy, because there is such a seriousness about you during this time that play can just seem irrelevant. You could be like, well, you know what? I just have to keep going, keep pushing. Nothing else matters. And Spirit is saying here, so much more matters. There is so much that you are taking on, that you are embracing, that if you forget joy, you forget a lot. We have life purpose. Now this is again the throat chakra. For you, Gemini, words are so important. And this is the reason why you get out of bed in the morning. This is your purpose of self and of soul. And here it's like you might not be knowing your life purpose. For some, there might be some confusion. I have a meditation on life purpose that I will link down below. But there is this sense of needing to be moving forward, of not feeling stagnant and stuck and overwhelmed. And yes, we have moments like that, even when we are following our life purpose, even when we are embracing our truths. But here, it's like, I will not be denied my power. I will not, turn my back on who I am. And that's going to be so very important for you during this time, because it's going to be easy to sit there and criticize yourself. It's going to be easy to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm just being silly, or, I don't really understand things, and to walk away from you. Now, this isn't saying, put yourself in a financially precarious situation. This is saying to be true to you. And even if you have a job that you work that isn't your passion, and that pays the bills, that's one thing. But you have to also make sure to be moving forward in the passion of your heart and the beauty of your soul. That's going to raise your life. It is. It's going to raise you, and it's going to raise your sense of power within yourself. And then we end with grounding. Again, the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet. This is you being rooted. This is you being grounded. This is you sitting there and saying, what do my roots say? Where do I want to plant myself? How do I want to plant myself? How do I want to move forward? What am I, seeking here? What am I going after? And that's just a very powerful thing for you, because you might see where you are as being very temporary. It's kind of like, oh, well, this isn't what I want. It's like, in Spirit is saying, well, what do you want? Where do you want to be? Where do you feel yourself settling? And what can we do to get you there, to get you to that place? Because when it comes to money and career, you want your roots to be strong. And for others of you, you're planting those roots deep. You're sitting there, you're like, I know my life purpose. I know my roots. I need to embrace play more, my heart chakra, because I'm taking everything so seriously that sometimes I can just forget about that aspect. I need to listen to my angels, because I will be guided by them and moving forward in their light and in their brilliance as they connect with divinity. And this connects me to the power of the earth, and this brings me to my truth. Now the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, and the right-hand side is the public, the way your public self. So we start off with the world reversed, which is very interesting. Okay. Then we have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The 6 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I love that you have the King of Money here and the Queen of Career. So that is really, 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 really nice. Then we have the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Swords. I like that, the 5, then the progress into 6. The Hanged Man, and the 2 of Wands. The Star. Now this deck has 2 extra cards in it, the Artist and the Well, and this is the Star, so I don't know why I said that. But here, there is this sense of this artistry, this beauty, this deepness. Okay, that's why I said this. In your life. Now this is an Aquarius energy. Time frame January 20th to February 18th. The 3 of Wands. The King of Wands. Oh, I'm so excited. And the Devil card. Okay, so whenever I have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck, that's a soulmate connection. That's a true love connection. So it's about your career here, and there's something really beautiful coming forward. And then you have, as your extra card, the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. Now let's see the people who will aid you during this time. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, these three. So we have the King of Pentacles shining through twice in this reading now. We have him in our main reading, and we have him here as people who will aid you. Again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This can be very important for those of you Geminis born on the cusp to Taurus. Okay, just a stubbornness coming through, a steadiness, a grounding, which is going to be really, really intense. Also, if you have a lot of, earth sign energy within your chart, you also have Capricorn shining through here. That is going to be really shining, right? There is the sense of prosperity. There is a sense of seeing how things are connected, how things intertwine, and saying, okay, I got this. It's like I'm looking at things so much more deeply, so much more honestly, so much more truthfully. And as you have this person in your life who's like just super down to earth. And this can be a person, this can also be, somebody that you watch on YouTube, or somebody that has written a book that's really inspiring you. This King of Pentacles energy, this person who aids you, can aid you in many different ways. And so there is this power, this passion, this beauty. You see how things are intertwined and connected, and you're looking at the bigger picture. And this person is helping you see the bigger picture, because Gemini, I myself am a Gemini in tropical astrology, and we get so intense. We get so intense and so focused that sometimes we forget the big picture. And so here, this is a person who has us grounded and who is telling us, look at the seeds that you are planting. Look at what you are nurturing, how you want to move things forward. And then it leads us to Cernunnos. And Cernunnos is the devil card in the Druid Craft deck. So here you have very strong Capricorn energy coming through, time frame of December 22nd to January 19th. This is also saying here, it warns us against addictions. So there can be somebody in our lives who's helping us through a addictive quality, all right, or something to that effect, because it doesn't have to be the addictions of drugs and alcohol and gambling and sex and food and shopping and things like that, that we sit there and we say, oh, okay, those are addictions. But this could be through people pleasing. This could be through denying your own voice. This can be through always putting yourself on the back burner. And this person is going to be like, why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. Now, they might be very blunt because they link here to the King of Pentacles. So this is a person who rules their own destiny and has this passion, this brilliance to them. And so I just see this person as being very kind of straightforward, very kind of, a little bit, not in your face, because that's not how they do things, but very, succinct and precise. And so here, with Cernunnos coming in, this is a person who isn't embodying the negative traits, but this is a person who can be rather detached from things a little bit, like it is what it is. This is how it is. Look at it, understand it, go deeper into it. And this is definitely linked to your financial prosperity, to the way that you want to move forward. It's kind of like look at things and be open and honest, even when you don't want to be, even when you're sitting there and thinking, oh, this is ridiculous, or oh my gosh, I don't want to look at that. It's like, no, now's the time to really get everything in order because of how intense the world is, how everything is, that, oh, that's interesting. It's like, it's not as bad as you think, is what Spirit's saying here. It's not going to be as hard, as overwhelming as some of you think it is going to be, or it's not going to be as scary as it is built up in your head, right? And then we have the Princess of Swords. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. Now, this is somebody who is young. This is somebody, or just has a very youthful energy about them. This is somebody who cuts through doubts and fears, who knows what she desires. And I see this as a very feminine energy. So somebody who has that feminine energy about them. It doesn't matter if they are male or if they are female or how they identify themselves. This is somebody who is looking at the power of the weapons that they carry, the strength of their mind, the intensities of what they've been through. And they're cutting through the doubts and the fears. And they're also using language and using, they're using language in a very interesting, very powerful way. All right, so that's going to be something that is really quite beautiful for you. Excuse me. So we're starting here with the world. And you have the world reverse, which I actually see has really, really great for you. Because you're not focusing on the world. You're not focusing on everybody else. You're focusing on you. This is your inner self. And it's like, listen, I need to get my house in order. I need to do what needs to be done. And the world is the world. And I can't control it. I mean, if we have been taught anything through all of this, it's like we cannot control the world. And so here, it's like, okay, it's time to focus on me. And I do see this as almost being birthed forward. I see this as, being protected from everything that comes at us. And you're looking at things and you're sitting there and you're saying, okay, how does this equate to me? It's like turning off the news. It's turning off everything that causes panic and fear and anger and a riotous emotion of self. And it's saying, I need to be the peace that I want to see in the world. And I'm starting with me. For my career, for my prosperity, for my life, for my love, this is what I'm doing. And you're being birthed forward. You really are. And this brings you to a place of tremendous prosperity. It does, because you're like, okay, what are my gifts? What are my passions? What are my desires? Where is it that I want to be? How is it that I want to move forward? And the King of Pentacles shows us. The King of Pentacles guides us. The King of Pentacles talks to us and says, this is practical. And you might be thinking something is very practical and other people don't see it. Just know you're seeing things differently than everybody else, and that's not a bad thing. Stay true to your convictions, but also know that sometimes you're going to have to change things just a little bit. Look at things and be very open, very honest with yourself, but look at, the ties that bind. Look at the things that you've been trying that haven't been working and saying, okay, how can I change this? How can I play towards my strengths? What are my strengths? What do I desire? And so here, that energy comes forward. And the King of Pentacles is seeing the connection with things. You're very grounded during this time. As much as you're kind of like closing yourself out from the world just a bit, it's kind of like a hermit mentality coming here with the world reversed. You are looking at the connections. You're looking at the passions. You're looking at the power, because you have the Pentacles that goes into Wands, right? We have the Three of Wands right here. So you have the Three of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. So you go into this power of the mind, this moving forward, and this passion. And it comes because you're looking at things logically. You're looking at things determinedly. You're looking at things personally. And you're saying, what do I need to plant? How do I need to move forward? What is it that I desire? And you're also balancing the scales. Having clear set of boundaries is going to be very important for you, because Gemini, you're going to try and put everything on your shoulders. You're going to try and figure everything out and be there be what everybody needs. And this is saying, no, don't do that to yourself. It's focusing on what you desire. It's focusing on what you need. It's focusing on the way that you move forward. It's seeing that the hand cannot always be out all the time. Okay, there needs to be this balance. And then once this balance comes in, you're also going to start to see a symbiotic relationship. You're going to start to see a give and a take, an ebb and flow that is really quite brilliant and exactly what you want within your life. Because it's also this balance between money and work. It's kind of like working smarter, not harder. If you can get to that point, but it's like, what is the balance that I need to move myself forward in prosperity and in pride of self? Because with the Queen of Wands, this queen right here, I mean, she's a go-getter and she's a doer. She's the queen that will jump out of her chair and be right in the thick of things, because that's just who she is. There's passion, there's brilliance to you, and that's what you really are embracing. But there's also this sense, especially with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, I'm not working for free. I'm not, giving away my worth. I remember somebody once told me, she's like, if you give everything away for free, it means you don't value it. It means you don't give it any worth. So why would the universe give it worth? She's like, you have to value yourself, and you have to value what you do. And so that's very, very, very important, that those words just ring through like crystal clear. You have to value yourself, and you have to value what you do. It might not be what you want to do. It might not be where you want to be, but it is going to be a stepping stone, and it is going to be giving you lessons and insights that you would never have had before, if not for walking down this path, if not for needing to look at the boundaries, needing to look at what you desire, and sitting there and really seeing yourself truthfully and honestly. It brings you to a new dawn. It brings you to this passion. It brings you to this understanding. And I love this because there is a career change for some of you guys coming up. There is a really embracing your life path, and it is having fun and feeling energized and a connection with your angels. There is this sense of determination and power and brilliance, and you are absolutely seizing the day, seizing the time, and not looking back. I mean, you will have times where, you'll romanticize something or, wish things were easier. Of course, we all do. You're human. But there is a power to you here that is absolutely invigorating. It really is. When it comes to your career, you're going to be very career focused during this time. So know that about you. You will overwork. You will, overextend yourself if you don't make a conscious effort to balance the scales, to balance what you desire, to balance the way that you're moving forward, to balance what is needed. And with that, with this passion, now it can also feel like, okay, I know what I want, I know what I need, I know where I need to be heading, but because of everything that's going on, and it can very well be because of the external forces within the world, it's like, I'm not able to get there. There's a frustration. There's a little bit of a battle that goes on. And here you're connecting with what you desire and what you want. And so it's like, all right, don't limit yourself. Don't sit there and think, okay, if the door is closed, that's it. It's like, no, you go through the window. You break down the wall. You look at things and you say, I will not be stopped. And so you have this fire, this passion, this brilliance to you that is burning brightly. It's also knowing that you need to extend, branch out, okay? And it's not overextending yourself. Don't spread yourself so thin that it just feels like there's no happiness, there's no joy, there's only, work and more work and more work. But there needs to be this sense of moving towards a pleasure, moving towards a brilliance, moving towards an abundance within yourself that really opens you, because you're changing your mind and you're changing your whole entire life. But Gemini, you have a tendency to look at the cups that are spilt during this time and not the Two of Cups that stands behind you. Meaning you have a tendency to look at the hurts, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the pains, the disappointments, the negatives, and not turn around and see that you have the Minor Arcana card right behind you. The Minor Arcana Lovers card, there we go, right behind you. Calling love into your life, calling beauty. It's like it's time to focus on that love, on that beauty. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. For some of you, it is. For some, trying times. Trying times. But this is saying, I will not be defined. I will not be defined by hurt and by despair and upset, or by the people that I thought I could trust that turned their backs on me, that walked out, that weren't there when I needed them, but always expect me to be there for them. And this is for your money and for your career, because if you overextend yourself, if you sit there and, try to be everything, there's just going to be a burnout. And here it's like, I'm done. It doesn't work out right anyway. And your heart can get intensely upset. It can get broken, very easily, because it's what you're focusing on. And the power of your heart, Gemini, is amazing because you are represented by the Lover's card in the major arcana. So your heart is on fire. Your heart is your truth. Love is your truth. And the thing is that when you truly love a person, or when you truly love a job, or when you truly love, you will make sacrifices because you know the power of that is going to be so much more than you ever imagined. And these are the times where it didn't pan out. These are the times where hurt and pain came in. And you might be a little shell-shocked, sitting there and thinking, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't open my heart this way to move myself forward towards the success that I want to have in my life, towards the place that I want to be. And Spirit is saying, you can. You can turn around, change your mind, change your life. Change what you are focusing on because it leads you to the Six of Swords. And 6 for you because the Lover's card in the major arcana is card number 6, So here with the 6 of Swords, I'm seeing this having a very strong effect on you, where it's like I'm taking my knowledge, I'm taking my understanding, and I'm moving forward. I'm moving to where I need to be. I'm moving towards what I truly desire. I'm looking at things, and it's making choices for your financial future, where you're sitting there and you're saying, I have this knowledge that I've worked hard to accumulate. I've done a lot for this. I will not be held back. And I move forward. I move forward in this truth. I move forward in this understanding. I move forward in what I desire. And the 6 of Swords is scary, yes. It can be, a journey over water. People are saying. Spirit is saying. But I don't see that being like the plan right now, because of the state of the world and everything like that. It can lead to a journey that is unexpected, and it can be a very spiritual journey for you. That can be the over water that Spirit is showing me. But there is this sense here of taking this knowledge and taking this understanding and being transformed by it, and it transforming you. I mean, this is powerful stuff, because as you move forward and as you move from the 5, which is something that is heartbreaking, but can actually be but more easily than you think it can be overcome. Okay, it's going to be easier than you think it can be. And what's going to happen is that as you move forward emotionally, you move forward mentally, because you need to have, Gemini, for you especially, you need to have that connection between your heart and your mind. If you don't have that connection between your heart and your mind, you feel lost. You will feel as if a part of you isn't there, because your heart and your mind are very much like those two twins that represent you. They are that power. And if they don't talk to each other, then there's a lack of self. Okay? And there's a stop. And so here, as you move forward, you have to know that you see things differently than everybody else. And as you're moving forward, you're finding your wings here to guide you as you set yourself free. As you embrace these changes, as you embrace differences, as you are looking at things more powerfully, more truthfully for yourself, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not like everybody else. And this is where the balance comes in for the power of your career. It can be that your career path is going to be a highly unique path, that you are a highly unique person. But it can be, you look at everybody else and saying, well, they can do that. Why can't I do that? Why can't I move forward this way? It's like, because you're not meant to. You're meant to have your uniqueness shine. You're meant to have your beauty come forth. You're meant to be more than just a part of the herd. And so here with the Hanged Man, you see things differently. And that sets you free. That lets you fly with your angels. That lets you move to new heights. That lets you connect. And as that connection comes, the 2 of Wands comes forward, and you start to see the world opening up to you. You start to see this expanse coming your way, and you're like, oh, I get it. I get it. It's like you had to close the world out in order to see it, in order to see how you wanted to move forward, in order to see where you wanted to be, because you expect so much from yourself, Gemini. You put so much weight upon your shoulders that the scales, they just aren't balanced. And you can't You can't do everything. You just can't. It's not fair. And so here, as you move forward, you see things, and then you are going against what others expect. You're going against what you might have thought, like, you might have thought, oh, wow, if I do this, I'll be happy. And then you're finding, no, like, I have to be true to me. And it's for your finances, it's for your career, that you're starting to see, especially in the public arena, you're starting to see what you wish for being granted, because you're being boldly, beautifully you. You aren't taking other people's bull, and you aren't mucking about. You're focused, you're determined, you're dedicated. And it's like, yeah, I get this. I get that there is so much more out there for me. I get that I can look at the highest form of perfection that I think, that I see within my mind. And I don't have to deny myself that. It might be manifested in different ways, most definitely. It might be intense and unique, absolutely. But I am not walking away from the power that is within my soul, that is a part of myself. And it's changing you in the public arena, all right? People can see you as being born under a lucky star, all right? People can see that you're different. There's something odd, off about you, where they might say it in that way that sounds rather negative, but it's really rather beautiful, where they'll be like, well, I just don't understand where you're coming from. I mean, you have the hangman at your heart right here. They're not supposed to understand. This is for you. And there's this balance coming in. There's this beauty that you're pouring into the world. Because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, she holds, 2 cups, and she's pouring them into the water. And here, it's just like, this is where all the waters run in. This is where all the emotion, the creativity, the beauty connects. Aquarius energy is also January 20th to February 18th. You are connecting your soul's desires. And you're doing so, and you're not afraid to do it in the public arena, which is absolutely commendable. It doesn't mean that everybody has to understand. It means that you are emboldened. And it's kind of like things that had held you back before, things where you thought, oh, they won't understand this, and oh, I'm just being silly there. And this doubt, this fear, this looking at things the wrong way. You're like, no, you know what, world? This is my life. This is my life. This is my truth. And it gives you the courage, here with the 3 of Wands, to set out on new adventures, to see your ships come in, to send your ships out. It's kind of like to believe in you, to see yourself creating and moving forward in something absolutely beautiful. The 3 of Wands, the number 3 links to the Empress in the Major Arcana, the 3rd card in the Major Arcana. And so here you are linked to that powerful beauty of creation. And it is through your career. It is like trying things differently. It's looking at things more honestly for yourself. It's finding that passion again. And as you do this, as you're looking at new horizons and not saying, oh, well, that's for somebody else, it's just not for me. Saying, why the heck not? You embrace the King of Wands. And again, the King and Queen of Wands. I love that he has the salamander here. She has the black cat. So this is her magic coming through. This is his transformative self coming through. And the king, just like the queen, they're not the kind of rulers. They're not the monarchs that sit still. They're the ones that get in the nitty-gritty of things. Now, the queen can move more freely than the king can. Think of a chessboard. Queens can move more freely than kings. All right? But there is a determination. There might be a bit of a frustration when it comes to career. It's kind of like you want things to move forward in a certain way and you feel a bit limited, okay, by the way that you can move, right? Because even though there's such power to you, there are also restrictions here that are coming up, but there's this sense of determination. There's this sense of focus. You also do not compare yourself to everybody else. Don't. What you offer is unique. What you offer is beautiful. And it's embracing you within your career. It really is. And there's a passion to you that during this time, do not ignore this energy. Don't. Because it serves you so well. It really does ignite you. And you're moving away from things, from addictions, from doubts and fears, from apprehensions, from when it was almost like, oh, I'll never be that. I'll never do this. I'll never get there. It's like, oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. And there's also this great sense of looking at what society wants from you. Okay, looking at what is expected and saying, is that what I expect from myself? It's not in a belligerent, angry way. It's just sitting there and saying, well, maybe I don't want that. Maybe that's not part of my truth and my power. And by claiming your truth and your power, you root yourself. You define yourself. You embolden yourself. And you really start being reborn. Being reborn to where it is that you want to be. And it doesn't mean that everything goes smoothly because, life doesn't work that way. But the Chariot here is saying when you put your heart into something, Gemini, watch out. Nobody can tell you how to love. Nobody can control your passion. They just can't. That is what you rule. And the Chariot connected with Cancer energy. So this is especially true for those of you born on the cusp, very near the Cancer time period. Cancer is, of course, June 21st to July 22nd. You see yourself as, well, you don't see yourself as a force, but know that you are a force. And if you do not listen to your heart, that force will be diminished. And it doesn't matter, Spirit is saying here, it doesn't matter if you crunch numbers all day long or if you have a job where you sit there and you're like, well, it just pays the bills. It's like, yes, but let your passion shine through. Let your heart, your soul shine within your career, okay? Within something that you do on the sidelines to really ignite your heart, to really embrace your passion itself, right? This is letting you shine. And this is moving forward in that beauty. Strong Cancer energy here of heart's understanding, of creation, of also being daring, right? It's not sitting there and being like, oh, I can't do it, I'm giving up. It's like, no, this is your heart's passion. This is your truth. You will be moving forward in it and being guided by it. It's like day and night, guided by the shadows and the scene. And that is astoundingly powerful for you. So let's go deeper. Gemini. August 2020, money and career. 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 Gemini. Show me more deeply. Show me more deeply. Show me more deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Okay. And 2 bonus cards. All right. And now let's see the people you have to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Gemini has to be mindful of? Who are the people that Gemini has to be mindful of? August 2020, money and career. Who are the people Gemini has to be mindful of? August 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, a balance of 3 and 3. I like that. So we have Justice. This is a Libra energy. This is somebody who thinks they're going to be just and fair and who just isn't. Or you're going to kind of count on them being just and fair and they're just not. Libra energy is a time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. This is a needing of balance, right? And this person doesn't see their injustice, or it's kind of detached, kind of like, Lady Justice is blindfolded and it's like, it's only the truth, it's only the justice, and it's not the humanity. And that can be where this person is coming from. And it's going to go so against where you are right now, where it's like, no, it is about the humanity. It is about the people. It is about the heart, the soul, the self, to bring prosperity into this world and to keep it moving forward. And then you have here the Lord. This is an Aries energy, March 21st to April 19th. This is a person just likes to argue. I'm just seeing this as somebody who is combative, who is argumentative, who is overwhelming, and you're like, oh, that's just not what I need. It can be a boss who micromanages, okay? Yeah, somebody who's always on everybody's case, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you have the Strength card. Now this is a Leo energy, July 23rd to August 22nd. This is brute force strength. And that's going to be something you're dealing with right now a lot, Gemini, where people think, okay, if I just push harder, if I just kind of like brute force it, I'll get what I want. And that's actually going to be rather off-putting for you. You're going to sit there and be like, well, what happened to conversations? What happened to, respect? Why are we moving forward this way? And this person doesn't understand that their greatest strength comes from their heart, because when this person is kind and nice and has that emotional connection, they're amazing. They just have a really hard time letting that happen, letting that in. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I love it, right over the King. So there's prosperity for you. The Six of Swords again, and the Nine of Wands. You have to. That's a life lesson for us Geminis. You have to not listen to the outside world as much. Listening to people every now and then, yeah, it's great. But letting other people's dramas and other people's meanness take away from your own self-worth, it's like, no, that's not me. And the thing that you have to say, like, that's not me, because it is you. It is you. You're going to want to balance things. You're going to want to please everybody. You're going to want to, just do good, right? And there are people, they'll just never see it that way. And it's like, okay, is that going to stop you from being a queen of prosperity, a king of prosperity? No, do not let it. Because then they win. They're just jealous. They're jealous and they're petty. Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something you once thought you would love. The Wheel of Fortune. Your angels are detangling you. Hierophant energy. Taurus. April 20th to May 20th. You have to be true to you. You do. Then we have the Seven of Cups. This is not falling into the realm of simple daydreams, right? Kind of like the realm of dreaming. It says this is the realm of passionate understanding, because the Ace of Pentacles, you're being handed a gift and you're taking it, not only in the main part of the reading, but as we go deeper, you're definitely taking it. And the Seven of Swords, you're taking up your knowledge, you're leaving some things behind because they have to be. They have to be left behind. And you're like, no more. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, hard work. Oh, and I love it, the King of Cups. So you have strong Cancer energy here. Cancer is represented by the Chariot in the major arcana, by the Cups in the minor arcana. This is you being the king of your kingdom, right? The King of Cups, yes, the emotional king, the king of spirituality, the king of emotional depth, there we go, and beauty. But he's also here on this little stone. And it's like, okay. And that's how he is. There's, I think there's a kingdom in the background in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. But here, it's like, okay, you're the king of, like, this boat, this throne. But aren't we all? Aren't we all simply the kings of ourselves, of what we are creating? We can't control another person. We just can't. And as much as we would like to, as much as we sit there and would say, okay, well, if they did this, it would be so much better. It's like the King of Cups. It's like the only person I can truly rule is myself. And I do so with a depth of emotion and a power of truth that is amazing. And it has your hard work paying off. So prosperity comes. Now, is it going to come right away? It might not. It might. You might be astoundingly surprised that as you move forward, as you take your thoughts and your ideas, your passion, your creativity, you move towards something so much greater. And your angels and your spirit guides, they hold you in their arms. They take care of you as if you are a child. It's like, I got you. And that's here too. You're nurturing this prosperity. And your angels and your spirit guides are like, I got you. As if you are a child, I will protect you. I will be there for you. And it moves you forward in a way that is unexpected and powerful. And it moves you to the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is a battle well fought. Okay, it's a battle won. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this person right here has a bandage around their head. They have their arm in this sling. They're leaning on the staff because they've been through a battle, and they've won. They've come out of it, right? And it's not falling into that trap of the battles again and again and again. I see these wands here, these 8 wands. Build a fence. Build a Texas fence, okay? One of those big, beautiful fences that make really good neighbors, right? So here, it's having that power, it's having that passion to have that fence, to sit there and say, I need to keep out the chaos of the world because I just do. I cannot take it. Because you're going to try and please everyone. You're going to try and fix everything when it comes to your career, when it comes to what you desire, when it comes to the reason you get out of bed in the morning. It's like, I should be able to do everything. You're not Superman, you're not Wonder Woman. Stop. Stop and look at you. And be kind to yourself. Because when it comes to your career, when it comes to your passion, okay, you will have a tendency to overwork. You will have a tendency to get super kind of tunnel vision, which is good, right? It leads to success, but it's not going to be as good for you. You need that balance. You need that balance. And you need to take your ideas and your understanding and not be afraid to walk down avenues that seemed absurd before or seemed silly. Take that risk on yourself. If you don't, who will? Look at what you desire. And this could be starting a website. This could be, taking that hobby that you have and investing just a little bit more time into it, to see if it becomes anything more. This isn't saying, okay, more stress, more stress, more stress. This is an outlet. And this is an outlet that lets your passion, your creativity, and your beauty shine. And as you do so, it can even be that as you do so, things at work start making more sense. You start seeing the patterns in things. You start seeing the way things come together because you're letting your mind expand the way that it needs to. You're letting your spirit soar the way that it needs to. And by doing that, you're walking away from something you once thought you would love. It's like, enough is enough. I need to move forward. You change your mind, you change your life. And you move forward. And this is something, it can be a career where you're sitting there and you're like, the money isn't there and I'm worth more. And you start looking, you start putting out your feelers, you start seeing, you start developing. That's also what you're going to do with a side project for a lot of you Geminis. You're going to look at it and say, okay, I need to devote this energy to it. Okay, it is going to be stressful in the beginning, but if I don't give up, I will be moving forward in a way that is profound and perfect for me. And it's having that power. It's also moving away from certain people that just drag you down, that don't nurture you in your prosperity or who laugh. And what's really great, Gemini, is that you have the last laugh. You have the last laugh because your angels and your spirit guides, as you see things differently, the Wheel of Fortune is like you're starting a new chapter and the mess, the muck, the mire is being untangled. You're being detangled and things are starting to flow more easily for you. You're seeing a change in seasons. You're seeing a change in self. You're seeing a power of understanding. And it leads you to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is saying here, be true to yourself. Be true to you. Do not sit there and think, okay, well, I just have to change me and then things will be okay. It's like, no. Be proud of who you are. Be authentic to yourself, to your power, to your understanding. And move forward in that truth. Move forward in that beauty. The Hierophant is represented by the Pope in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The Pope is the King of Kings. He could tell kings what to do. And here, it's having that power. It's having that power of faith within yourself, of knowing your truth and your emotional understanding, to move forward and to say, this is who I am. It might not be popular. It might not be what everybody wants, but this is me. And I like me. It's also getting to the point where you like yourself, where you see yourself as this valuable, powerful person. And when I went to pick up this card in the public arena, it just says, dreams do come true. It happens to you. That's what Spirit said. And this is over the star card. This is over the three of wands. And so here, these are your dreams. Now, the Seven of Cups can be a bit tricky because these are our dreams, yes. But also, how do you make dreams a reality? How do you go after what you truly desire, what you truly want? You know, where it is that you want to be, without fearing that those dreams might just die. And here, it's through visualization. And it's not saying that it makes going after your dreams any easier, or that it will help you succeed. Visualization can help you succeed. It can. It's not a, shoo-in. It's hard work, it's dedication, and it's discipline. It's looking at what you desire and what you want. Instead of saying, I wish, I hope, I dream, saying, I want, I'm going after, and I am entitled to my success. I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care what other people say. I believe in the passion that is me. And that passionate beauty is what I am focusing on. The difference between dreaming is we dream, but we never really expect our dreams to come true. If you dream and expect your dreams to come true, that's visualization, and that's a powerful tool. Looking at what you want, seeing yourself there, feeling it, embracing it, that's going to be very, very powerful for you. Because the first place we conquer anything is between our ears, within our minds. This leads you to the Ace of Pentacles. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity, handing you a gift of abundance, handing you a gift of bounty. Take it. Take it. It empowers you. And you are definitely taking it, nurturing it, having it grow. Right? You're planting your seeds. You're looking at the garden that you want from your life and for your life. And you're seeing what it is that you desire. You're taking these seeds and you're moving forward with them. And then you have here the Seven of Swords. Now you have the repeat of the number 7 in your personal line, in your public line. So the truth for you, which was your first chakra card, is astoundingly important. You, in the public arena, you're not going to be lying. You're going to be a real straight shooter, which is going to be upsetting when other people, sit there and just do what they want to do and don't care. So here, you're taking your knowledge, you're taking your understanding, you're leaving some things behind because it's just not worth it. And you're moving forward. And those things that you're leaving behind, it's knowledge gained, but there's no benefit in it always coming up. It's like those hurts, those pains. It's like, no, it's time for me to move forward. And the Seven of Swords, I have a friend, and he sees the Seven of Swords as a wish card. Now you have a wish card here with the star. You have your dreams here with the Seven of Cups. And it's like prosperity comes as you focus on what you wish for, what you want to develop within your life, within the passion of your soul. And you are the king of your world with the King of Cups. It's like you don't need this big, production or this big show of it. You need to rule your emotional truth with power, prosperity, because it lets you move forward. It brings the ship forward. Because you're guiding the ship. You're guiding your life. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed because, things happen, but still we're guiding this truth and this power, and it leads us to the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working your tuchus off for it. You've been working so hard, so dedicated, so powerfully towards this prosperity that you are calling into your life. This is a time of hard work, but this is a time of emotional connection. This is a time of, taking into account what people want, but not letting them rule your life. This is a time of great passion and also great prosperity, because you're looking at yourself and you know that you are worth it, Gemini. You just do. And it's like, I'm not denying myself this right anymore. Now let's see what your spirit animal has to say for this time. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Gemini, August 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Right here, these two. This is the armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. And we saw that with the Six of Pentacles. Those healthy boundaries need to be. They empower you, they embolden you, they help you move forward. And then we have the groundhog spirit. This is, it's time to let go. It is. It's time to let go of failures, doubts, and disappointments. It's time to let go of the past and to move forward, determined within your present. And that's a powerful truth for you. It's like, set healthy boundaries and let go of what cannot be controlled. And look at you with honesty, with openness, and with power. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the koala spirit. Spirit has your back. Spirit has your back. Your angels, your spirit guides, divinity, they're guiding you. They're protecting you. Know that you're being cared for. Because at times it's not going to feel like you are. You're going to sit there and think, why is it always such an uphill battle? You have such power, such prosperity here for you. Such passion. Utilize it. Utilize it. And don't give up on you. Your subconscious person message is Sagittarius. It's the Temperance card. Balance, understanding, kind of mixing things together. You're going to find inspiration from one place and then another and then another. And they're all going to be coming together to help you embrace what you truly want, what you truly need, what balances your soul, what ignites your passion itself, what guides you forward. Sagittarius energy is also the sister sign for you, Gemini. So there's a sense of camaraderie, of comprehension, of connection. It then moves you to your subconscious chakra message, which is peace, the crown chakra. Moving forward with peace of mind, peace within your heart, peace within your soul. It starts within your mind, and you will see it come forward. This peace, this sigh. It's like, oh, I did it. And you're going to be surprised. Your subconscious tarot message is the Ace of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, has handed you a gift of healing, of cleansing, of releasing the doubts and the fears. Does it make it an emotionally charged time? Yes, it does. Does it make it a powerful time for you? Yes, it is. And you see yourself moving forward towards blessings during this time. You might find that tears come a bit easily. Things can get emotional. But there's beauty within you. And there's beauty blessing you. And this then leads you to going deeper within that subconscious message of the Ace of Cups, of the beauty of emotion, of the coming together of spirituality, of the power of your heart, because you cannot ignore your heart during this time. You just can't. You will work better. You will produce better if you embrace your heart, your passion. And then you have, of course, the King of Pentacles. You have had the King of Pentacles from all of the decks. This is a time of prosperity. 3 Kings of Pentacles. 3 Kings of Wealth. Wealth is being handed to you. Take it. It's not going to be handed to you in a way that's like, oh wow, I just got the winning lottery ticket. It's handed to you through your hard work, through your perseverance. You have now the King and the Queen of Pentacles, just as you have the King and the Queen of Wands. So it's your hard work, it's your prosperity, they all pay off. This is a true love connection. This is a brilliance. There is a radiance to you during this time, Gemini, that you need to embrace. Do not let it slip away. Because wealth is coming in. It's being handed to you by divinity. Take it. Take it. It's money or something you value as much as money. Blessing you, shaping you, moving you forward. And it's something that you've worked so very hard for. And it touches your heart. It comes through your authenticity. Your genuineness shines through. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation. Once again, a clearing away of negative energy, a centering of the self, so that as we walk forward in confidence, in harmony, and in prosperity, to call this wealth into our lives. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you,